Imagine this. It's a quiet morning. You're home alone. No phone call, no visitors expected. You rise from your chair to get a glass of water, but halfway across the room, your left arm goes numb. You reach up to touch your face, and your fingers don't feel your cheek. You try to call out, but the words fall apart in your mouth. They don't come out the way they should. You're aware of what's happening, but helpless to stop it. There's no one there to catch you. No one to dial 911. No one to ask, "Are you okay?" Just the clock ticking on the wall. Tick, tock. Every second a piece of your brain dying. Now pause. Ask yourself this: if a stroke struck you right now, and you were all alone, would you know what to do? Would you survive? That might sound dramatic, but it's not an exaggeration. Stroke doesn't knock politely. It doesn't wait for your family to be home. It doesn't care if you're ready. And here's the scary truth. A stroke happens every 40 seconds. And many of those people, they're just like you, sitting quietly, living independently, trusting that help will come if they ever need it. But sometimes, help doesn't come in time. I remember a woman's story. She lived alone after her husband passed. One afternoon, she collapsed in the kitchen. She couldn't speak, couldn't move. She lay there, staring at the ceiling for hours until her daughter happened to call on FaceTime that night. If that call hadn't come, she might not be alive today. Or take the man from Texas, 72 years old. He had a stroke at home. He couldn't get to his phone on the table, so he dragged himself across the floor inch by inch, his whole left side paralyzed just to reach it. He said it felt like crawling through wet cement with one hand during a thunderstorm. That image, struggling alone in silence, is something none of us should have to go through. Yet too many do. And here's what makes this even more heartbreaking. Most strokes are treatable if caught in time. The tragedy is not just the stroke itself, it's the time we lose, the hesitation, the confusion, the not knowing what to do. For older adults, especially those who live alone, that uncertainty can be deadly. That's why we made this video. Because right now, in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you 5 simple but critical steps, things anyone can do, even if you're weak, even if your speech is gone, even if you're confused. These steps can mean the difference between walking again or never walking, between speaking again or permanent silence. By the end of this video, you'll know what to do if you ever face this terrifying moment alone. You'll be equipped, you'll be ready. You won't be a victim of confusion, you'll be a survivor by preparation. But before we go there, I want to ask you one last thing. Are you sure you'd know the signs? Do you know how to act when every second matters? Because if not, you need to keep watching. Your life may one day depend on it. Now you might be thinking, okay, I get it. Stroke is serious. But what can I actually do if it happens to me and I'm all alone? That's the exact question this video will answer. And not with medical jargon, not with complicated instructions. Just 5 simple steps that anyone can remember, even in the middle of confusion, fear, or physical paralysis. These are actions built from real stories, from real survivors, and supported by real research. And more importantly, they're made for people like you, older adults who live alone, who want to stay independent, but also stay safe. In the next few minutes, you'll learn a voice-activated trick on your phone that could call 911 for you even if you can't move your hands. The best body position to protect your brain while you wait for help. A fast self-test that tells you, is this a stroke or just dizziness? How to make sure someone finds you even if you can't speak. And how to give doctors the one piece of information that could save your brain just by checking the clock. Don't worry, you don't need to take notes. You just need to listen and picture yourself doing each one. Because if a stroke ever comes, you won't have time to think. You'll only have time to react. And the best reaction is the one you've already prepared for. Let's get into it, starting with the most critical step of all, recognizing what your brain is trying to tell you before it's too late. Step 1. Recognize the symptoms. Your brain is calling for help. The first and most important thing you must do if you ever feel something off in your body is to stop and ask one simple question. Could this be a stroke? Now I know, that might sound obvious, But you'd be surprised how many people ignore the warning signs, or worse, try to explain them away. I probably just slept funny. My sugar's just low. I'll feel better if I lie down. That kind of thinking can steal precious minutes from your brain and possibly your future. Let me tell you something hard to hear. A stroke doesn't always feel like an emergency. It doesn't always hurt. It doesn't always come with fireworks. It often starts subtly, a weird feeling in your face, a slight slur in your speech, a moment of confusion when trying to say a sentence. But your brain is sounding an alarm, and you need to listen. So how do you recognize a stroke when no one else is there to see it? There's a simple tool used by doctors and hospitals across the country. It's called FAST. F, face, look in the mirror. Smile. Does one side of your face droop? A, arms, raise both arms. Does one drift down? S, speech. Say a sentence out loud. The sky is blue today. Does it sound slurred? Do the words come out jumbled T time? If any of these signs are present, it's time to call 911 immediately. But recently, doctors have expanded this tool to something even better, B-Fast. It catches even more dangerous strokes, especially those that affect balance and vision. B, balance. Are you suddenly dizzy or unsteady? E, eyes, is your vision blurred or gone in one eye? If you notice even one of these signs, don't wait. Don't hope it goes away. Assume it's a stroke until proven otherwise. Let me share a real story. A man in Florida had a stroke one morning. He looked in the mirror and noticed his left eye seemed strange. Then, as he tried to pour coffee, the cup slipped from his hand. Step 2. Call ambulance immediately. This is your lifeline. Once you recognize the signs of a stroke, don't hesitate. Don't wait. Don't double-check. Call 911 immediately. This may seem like common sense, but when a stroke hits, your brain isn't thinking clearly. You might be confused. You might feel embarrassed. You might convince yourself it's not that serious. But every expert agrees calling for emergency help is the single most important action you can take. And here's the good news, you don't always need your hands to do it. Today's smartphones can be your best ally if you're alone and can't physically press the buttons. Try this right now. Say, "Hey Siri, call 911," or "Okay Google, call 911." These voice commands can connect you to emergency services, even if you can't type, even if your vision is blurry, even if one side of your body won't move. One man shared how he couldn't feel his left arm and his phone had slipped onto the floor. But with his voice, he still managed to get help just in time. And if voice commands don't work, most smartphones have emergency shortcuts. For example, on iPhones and many Androids, rapidly pressing the power button 5 times will trigger an emergency call. Learn how yours works. Practice it. You might only get one chance to use it when it really counts. Now let's talk about a few key reminders. Keep your phone close. Don't leave it in the kitchen when you're in the living room. Make it a habit to place it beside your bed on your walker or in your pocket, just like you would your glasses or medication. Charge it regularly. If you have a smart speaker at home, like Alexa or Google Nest, connect it to your emergency contact. Say, "Alexa, call for help." It may not dial 911 directly, but it can still call a family member, neighbor, or alert someone nearby. Medical alert devices are another great option, especially for seniors living alone. Whether it's a wristband pendant or wall-mounted button, these devices are made for one purpose: get you help when you need it most. Now here's something most people don't think about. What if you can't speak at all? Don't panic. Most 911 dispatchers are trained to recognize signs of a stroke through your voice. If they hear confusion, silence, or garbled speech, they'll still send help. Stay on the line. Don't hang up. Also, in many areas, emergency services can trace your location through your phone's GPS, even if you can't give them your address. But if you can speak, be clear. Say, "I think I'm having a stroke." Mention if your door is locked, if you live alone, and what time your symptoms started. And here's one final life-saving tip. If your town has a certified stroke center, ask to be taken there. Some hospitals are specially equipped with stroke teams' clot removal tools and rapid imaging technology. The EMTs may already know this, but it never hurts to ask. Better care means better chances of recovery. So remember, when it comes to stroke, delay is danger. Don't second guess. Don't wait and see. Don't assume it'll pass. If your body is in trouble, make the call. If you can't make the call, make sure your devices can, because help is out there. but only if it knows you need it. Step 3. Emergency position. Protect the brain. Avoid injury. After you've called 911 or triggered your emergency alert, the next minutes are critical. You may feel weak, you may feel dizzy, you may not be able to stand. But what you do with your body while waiting for help can make a difference. This is where most people feel helpless. What can I possibly do while I'm just waiting? The answer: more than you think. Your goal now is simple: stay safe and protect your brain. Here's what doctors recommend. First, lie down, preferably on your side. Why the side? Because if your stroke causes vomiting, confusion, or loss of consciousness, lying on your side helps keep your airway clear. It also reduces your chance of choking. There's a position called the recovery position. It's not complicated. Lie on your side with your top leg bent slightly in front of you. Use your bottom arm to support your head if possible. If you can't do all that, just lying on your side is a great start. Second, elevate your head slightly. A small pillow, a folded towel, even a jacket can do the trick. Elevating your head just a little may help reduce intracranial pressure, which is especially useful if you're experiencing a hemorrhagic stroke, where bleeding in the brain occurs. Third, avoid standing or walking. This is hard, especially if your instinct tells you to get to the door or go find your phone. But falling can cause additional injuries to your head, your neck, your spine. The safest thing you can do is stay put. Breathe slowly and wait. Here's something you may not think of. Try to lie down somewhere obvious. If you collapse in bed, someone might assume you're sleeping. But if you lie in the hallway or in front of the bathroom door or anywhere unusual, it signals something is wrong. One viewer told us she purposely dragged herself near the front door. Her neighbor who came by to check the mailbox saw her through the glass and got help immediately. Fourth, don't eat or drink anything. This may seem harmless, but during a stroke, your ability to swallow may be impaired. Even a sip of water can become a choking hazard. Also, many stroke treatments like clot-busting drugs require an empty stomach. Fifth, loosen any tight clothing. Unbutton your collar, loosen your belt, remove dentures if you're wearing them. Anything that restricts your breathing, your airway, or your blood flow should be removed if you can manage it safely. I know that's easier said than done, but panicking increases your blood pressure, which can worsen a stroke. One woman shared that she repeated a simple phrase to herself: "Help is coming, help is coming, just breathe." So if you can remember one thing here, let it be this: protect your brain, protect your airway, and stay visible. You've done the hardest part, recognizing the stroke and calling for help. Now let your body do what it needs. Rest, stay stable, and hold on. Help is on the way. Step 4. Make it easier for others to save you. Now comes a step that could shave minutes off the response time, and when it comes to stroke minutes, our brain cells. This is where preparation meets survival. Because what you do next, even while waiting, can make it easier for someone else to reach you, help you, and get you the right care, fast. Let's start with the obvious one, but one that's often forgotten. Unlock your door. If you're able to move even just a little, try to unlock your front door. EMTs will break it down if they have to, but that takes time. And time is something you don't have. One viewer told us her mother collapsed near the front hallway. She was alone. The paramedics got there in 6 minutes, but had to wait another 4 for the fire department to bust through the door. That's 10 minutes lost. 10 minutes of brain function gone. If you live in an apartment with multiple entrances or security codes, try to move toward the main entrance if you can do so safely. If you can't move far, just shouting toward the door might be enough to alert a neighbor. Next, make your location obvious. If you're in a rural area or in a part of your house that's hard to spot from the street, turn on outside lights. Open the curtains or blinds if possible. If it's night, flash your porch light. Do anything you can to signal someone inside needs help. Now let's talk about preparation you can do long before a stroke ever happens. Keep your medical info ready in one place. Doctors and EMTs need to know what medications you're on, what allergies you have, your medical history, especially stroke heart issues, diabetes, high blood pressure. One viewer shared that she keeps a small Ziploc bag with her info taped behind her front door. If help arrives and she's unconscious, they have everything they need in seconds. Here's another smart tip. Put emergency info on your phone's lock screen. Almost all smartphones allow you to set a medical ID that shows up even when your phone is locked. List your conditions, meds, and emergency contacts. If you don't know how, ask your grandchild or pharmacist. It's simple, and it could save your life. Another thing, set up daily check-ins. Whether it's a neighbor, a friend, or a family member, schedule a daily text or call. Something as simple as good morning at 9 a.m. If you don't respond, they know to check in. There's also technology that helps. Smartwatches with fall detection, emergency pendants, home motion sensors, all of these can alert someone if something's wrong. Think of it not as giving up independence, but as reinforcing it. And don't forget your pets. If you have a dog or cat, try if you're still conscious to secure them in another room. They might get scared and run out the door when help arrives or interfere with the EMTs. Clear a path. If you can slide away anything that might block stretchers or people getting to you. Move small tables, rugs, or laundry baskets out of the hallway. If you're not able, don't worry. But if you have a few seconds of strength, it's worth it. Think of this entire step as a gift. A gift to the people trying to save you. A gift to your future self. Every barrier you remove is 1 second closer to life-saving treatment. In a stroke, help is only as fast as it can reach you. Make it easy to be found. Make it easy to be helped. Step 5. Record symptoms. Every minute is a chance to live. Here's something most people don't know. The single most important piece of information you can give to doctors during a stroke is not your age, not your blood pressure, not even your medical history. It's what time your symptoms started. Why? Because many of the most effective stroke treatments, like TPA, the clot-busting drug or mechanical clot removal, only work within a specific time window. For TPA, that window is usually 3 to 4.5 hours from the moment symptoms begin. Miss that window, and the damage may be irreversible. Now imagine this. You get to the hospital, but no one, not even you, can say exactly when it all started. You might still be awake. You might even be able to talk. But without that clock time, doctors might have to withhold treatment. Not because they want to, but because it's the protocol. The risk of bleeding becomes too high once time runs out. That's why recording the start of your symptoms is not just helpful, it's critical. So let's talk about how you do that, especially if your thinking is foggy or your speech is impaired. Option 1, use your phone's voice recorder. Keep your phone nearby and open your voice memo app. Simply say, it's 9:17 a.m. My left arm just went numb. My face feels heavy. I can't speak clearly. If your phone has no voice recorder, even calling a family member and saying it to them can serve as proof. If you have a smart speaker, say, Alexa, make a note. I think I'm having a stroke. It's 9:17 a.m. It doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to get the words out and capture them. Option 2, write it down. Even if your handwriting is shaky, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and jot down the time and what you're feeling. Started at 9:17 a.m., can't move left side. That note lying on your kitchen counter or held in your hand when EMTs arrive can change everything. Option 3, use your phone's alarm. If you feel off but aren't sure it's a stroke, set a repeating alarm every 5 minutes. That way, if you lose consciousness or forget what's happening, the beeping might alert a neighbor, or at the very least, show responders a timeline of when things began. Let's go further. What else should you track? Whether the symptoms are getting worse, staying the same, or changing. Any medication you've taken recently, especially blood thinners, aspirin, or painkillers. Any unusual symptoms like sudden blindness, severe headache, or difficulty understanding speech. These might feel like small details, but in a medical emergency, details are life. Doctors often say time is brain, and they mean it. You lose about 2 million brain cells per minute during a stroke. So when you take 1 minute to log the time, you're buying yourself a shot at recovery. Now let me ask you this. Do you know where your voice recorder app is? Do you have paper and pen near your bed? Do you know how to set a phone alarm? If you don't, today is the day to fix that. Not next week. Not after your next checkup. Now. Because when a stroke strikes, you won't have time to figure things out. But if you've practiced once, if you've prepared a little, you'll know what to do. And that might be the reason you survive not just the stroke, but with your memory, your speech, and your independence intact. Conclusion: you are not helpless. You are ready. So now you've heard it all, the 5 steps that could save your life if a stroke strikes and no one else is around. Recognize the signs. Call for help even if you can't move. Position yourself safely. Make it easy to be rescued. And record what's happening while your brain can still speak for itself. These may seem simple, maybe even obvious. But here's the truth: most people don't do them. Not because they don't care, but because they never practiced. They never thought it would happen to them. But now you do. You've imagined it, you've pictured it, you've rehearsed it in your mind. And that mental rehearsal, that's not just theory. Studies show that visualizing how to respond in an emergency actually improves how we react under stress. You've already taken the most important step of all you've prepared. And that means if the moment ever comes when your hand won't move, when your speech stumbles when no one's around, you won't freeze. You'll act. Because you'll remember, you are not helpless. You are not powerless. You are not alone. Even in the silence, even in the confusion, even in the fear, the knowledge you now carry can speak louder than any panic. Think of how far we've come in the last few minutes. You started this video wondering, what if I have a stroke and I'm alone? Now you know. You know what to look for. You know what to do. You know how to give yourself a fighting chance. And not just for you, for the people who love you. Your children, your grandkids, your lifelong friends. They don't just want you to survive, they want you to thrive. They want more holidays, more birthdays, more stories, more hugs. So don't leave it to chance. Make a plan, practice it. Set up your phone, place your medical info somewhere visible. Tell a friend. Share this video with someone who lives alone. Let's turn awareness into action. If you've watched this far, I want you to type one word in the comments below. Yes. Yes, you're going to remember these steps. Yes, you're going to prepare. Yes, you're going to protect your future. Because stroke doesn't get to decide your story. You do. And your story, if you're ready, still has a lot of life left to live.